and trying to draw something of her opposite woman. That was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time, Darren.
Wow, that was remarkable. I'm in awe of both those females there. That was tremendous stuff. Good last round for Harper. I give it to her. So on my card, I've got her winning by 1, but I could not argue if it went the other way, if it was a draw.
So listen, let's talk. We're not masquerading. We cover women's combat sports, not just boxing, but MMA as well. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightFew360.com. I've had the chance to cover Tasha Jonas multiple times, especially when she lost a fight that many felt she shouldn't have lost to Vivian Obanoff. Basically, she shouldn't have lost. Terri Harper has been in the war. This is one of the best women's fights of recent memory. You have recent memory great fights for Sean Cruz DeJean versus Alejandra Jimenez. I was going to call him Alejandro, but I'm not being disrespectful. I almost did that. But, remember Hannah Gabriels and Clarissa Shields. I know I'm missing some other fights, too. Of course, you can't forget Katie Taylor versus Delphine Persoon. Sanesa Superbad Estrada versus Marlon Esparza. Women's boxing is on fire. These women are doing some amazing things right now, and they got to give us 3-minute rounds, man. By the way, who won? I gave the last round to Terri Harper, and I think that was a pivotal round. Terri Harper has a very high ring IQ. When she gets hurt or when she takes a tough shot, she knows just to go forward, keep firing back. You know, judges love that. Let's listen in. Here we are. Please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT4Life, the number 4. It'll pop up when we go full screen.
Walked over to our MC, David Diamante, who will check and recheck if it's close, and then we will be read out the official scorecards. And we can just hope, Darren, with boxing, that the cards at least,
that's my Twitter right down there, TstreeT for Life.
That we've seen in the ring.
We're going to be covering every Terri Harper and every Tasha Jonas fight, as we have been before.
Absolutely not. I've got my fingers crossed, Chris, but that was tremendous.
Jonas was a little sloppy early, rounds 2 and 3, you know, with the lunging. But she beat Terri Harper to the body like a drum. Between rounds 8 and 9, you should hear her on the stool breathing like she's going through. Now, mind you, these women are very, very skilled. They're talking about in a rematch, an immediate rematch. You know, the commentators talked about, I think it was Darren Barker, was talking about it possibly playing on Joshua versus Ruiz. Not Joshua versus Ruiz, Pulev.
David Diamante will not want to get this one wrong.
Matchroom has signed Brodnicka.
Do you need glasses, Dave? A moment to break the tension here.
Was just talking about her last week.
Ladies and gentlemen, after
we're going to talk about it.
Championship rounds here at
Let's listen in.
Headquarters, we go to the judges' scorecards. Ian John Lewis, 96-94, Terri Harper. John Latham, 96-95, Tasha Jonas. Mark Lyson scores this contest.
Very close rounds.
95-95, we have a split draw.
Well, Darren, I have to say, as disappointing as that may be for Tasha Jonas, it's very hard to argue with that as a decision, and you can only hope that both women see sense, and Eddie Hearn too, and at some point we can get a rerun of this, because honestly we couldn't split them, and neither could the judges.
No, I mean, on reflection, it's probably a fair result. Those rounds were so close.
They were.
What a fight. Honestly, we've been so lucky, blessed so far. The two tremendous.
All right, so let's talk for a minute. Those rounds were close, and you know, here is my judging. One of the ways I judge fights is, especially if they're 3-minute rounds, you know, who won the first minute, who won the second minute, who won the third minute. You know, and of course there's other things you have to factor in as well. But when it comes to 2-minute rounds, like a fighter start getting going or somebody gets hurt, you know, the round is over. It happened multiple times in this fight. They got to do something about it. Now, this was a great fight, and it seemed like a long fight. It didn't seem like it blew past. Like, I was glued to the screen. This was some high-level shit. Shout out to these ladies, man. Like, this was some high-level shit. They were fighting like, I'm not being disrespectful, they was fighting like dudes. You know, wasn't no lulls in the action. You could tell like everything was crafted. You know, they knew what they were doing. Women's boxing, man, you know, is getting there. It's unfortunate though that they're not there yet, but they're getting there. These are like and you know, of course you got the Christy Martins and the you know, the Layla Ali's, you know, and all that. But I'm talking about right now, and the Ann Wolfs. But right now, this can be considered the beginning of the golden age, you know, of women boxing. Now, a lot of these women, it's unfortunate, but they may never get to the point where they're going to be making multi-million dollars a fight. But the fighters after them that are coming up, the female fighters, they're paving the way. You know? Look what consistency and, of course, being under the same banner, you know, has done for the UFC and their women's multiple divisions. So what we're going to do is, if they're not, likely they're going to have post-fight interviews from both of them, and they're probably going to be pretty long, you know, since it's the main event. But we have to talk about the 130-pound division as a whole, and we have to talk about this woman. And how now the 130-pound division is on fire. Look at the brother Smith with the Gallagher, Joe Gallagher. Listen, a lot of people are sleeping on the Tasha Jonas, though. With the pedigree that she has, you know, and you can see she's a pressure fighter, you know, and her body work, man, that's going to cause a lot of motherfuckers some problems. Let's listen in. Please subscribe.
Let's hear from Terri Harper.
Terri, you're still championing what was a terrific advert
Look
for
at
women's
them.
boxing.
I love
What's
this,
going
man.
through
I'm
your
happy
mind
for
there as
them
you're waiting
girls.
for the scores? Did you think you'd done
Want the
enough to
war.
retain your title?
Yeah, the early rounds, I think. I know it didn't look like I was doing much, but I was trying to stay on the outside, pick and poke with Tash. I caught her with some good backhands, she caught me with some good. I know she hurt me a few times, but that's boxing. I'm disappointed with my performance, but then I got to think, well, I'm 23 years old. I had 16 amateur fights. That was my 11th competition on the big stage. Very big night, and I went out there and I dug deep, and I just want to thank Tasha for an excellent fight. That was a big learning fight for me, and yeah, back in the gym soon for the next one.
Talk about digging deep. Just how deep did you have to dig in that 8th round when she caught you with a very good shot?
Yeah, I felt it. Felt my legs go a little bit. Just listening to my corner, Andrew, I held on a little bit, tried to recuperate, and then I knew when I got back to the corner I need to suck it up a bit and dig deep for the last 2 rounds.
Obviously, there was a lot of hype and attention around you. I'm sure you and your team wouldn't have got sucked into that, but was there any looking past Tasha at all?
No, I knew she was a tough opponent, but I didn't expect it to come out like that. She's clearly put it all in that training camp, and she was fighting for a world title.
Underestimated her, huh?
And give her best, and like I said, I just want to thank Tasha for a great fight.
Yeah, you can thank her now. She's with us just before.
Tash. Oh no, thank you.
Look at them. I'm happy for them girls, man. Beautiful women.
Terri, would you?
Literally brought a smile on my
I was
black
just going
face.
to say, would you be interested in a rematch,
Yeah,
Terri?
yeah,
My
but not
fat
from that.
self.
I was being lazy, getting caught easy with that backhand, and I just didn't seem to wake up.
I just like watching
but
women
like I said,
fight.
I'm 23. That was my 11th pro fight. I only had 16. No excuses, but I've got a lot to learn, and I've learned a lot from that.
Tasha Jonas, what's going through your head there as you're waiting for the scores? Did you think you'd done enough to become the new WBC champion of the world?
I thought it was level going into 8, and then I think I won 9. Sorry, clear.
She did.
And then I thought I won 10. I thought it was close, but I thought I won 10.
She didn't win 10.
So I had myself 1 or 2 up, but you know, again, history in the making, and it was an honour to share it with, you know, with the mother. She's going to be in the game a lot longer than I am, but you know, she made a few statements, and I had to prove some of them statements wrong, not only to her but to myself as well. And I thought I put on a good performance tonight, and I'm just gutted I'm not coming home as with the belt.
Terri said she was hurt in the 8th round. Did you feel you were 1 shot away from finishing it?
Yeah. And in fairness, she caught me, I think, 2nd or 3rd. But yeah, I knew, and just wasn't enough time, and I couldn't get it off me to get me shots off. But yeah, it's just one of them nights. And again, you know, I think we had Cheeseman and Eggington, which was a great fight last week, and we just kept it up. And hopefully, all eyes on women's boxing, and we made the people and the public proud. And anyone that was, you know, sitting on the fence or against women's boxing now enjoys it.
Would you want to do it again? Terri's already said she'd be happy to do a rematch.
Listen, 1,000,000%, I'll do that again. 1,000,000%.
And it is a question for the two of you. It was history making tonight, as you already said. So many eyes on the sport, on women's boxing. Are you both proud of what you achieved tonight?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I'm so happy.
They're going to take the gloves. Oh,
and again,
can't take the
you know,
gloves off
she's
to the
world
back, I
champion. I
think.
knew how to come with a good performance and take her from her. I did think I did that, but it wasn't to be. But if I was going to draw with anyone, then let it be another British woman. At least we've got the belt to the side of the Atlantic.
Same question to you. So much respect, mutual respect between the two of you.
Yeah, massive respect. Tasha's always been someone I've looked up to. Obviously, the photo when I was a young amateur and Tasha were up there on the Olympic team, and then to think I just shared a ring with her, I could tell the class she had. Probably I could say I underestimated her a little bit, but yeah, it is what it is.
We'd love to see it again. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Well, Darren, our job as broadcasters is.
All right, let's talk before they give you some or give us some highlights for the whole fight. So yeah, the 130-pound division is deep. This is Maiva Duche. I'm not meaning to disrespect her name, but she's a bad motherfucker. 21-117 KO. She's the IBF champion, if I'm correct, at 130 pounds. Brodnicka just got signed by Eddie Hearn Matchroom Boxing yesterday, and she has now been ordered to fight Michaela Mayer of Top Rank. Now, in my personal opinion, I like Terri Harper, I like Natasha Jonas, but I legit think that Michaela Mayer would beat both. I think so. Now, I'm not saying it would be easy, and I'm not saying that Jonas couldn't beat her, or Jonas couldn't beat her, or Terri Harper, but if I was to match her against Terri Harper, I think she has a higher ring IQ, in my personal opinion. And she also has the height, too. You know? But yeah, this was some high-level shit, man. Like, you know, I really want to, you know, this was some high-level shit. I hope the ratings were high, because this fight has some buzz behind it. It's just sad that, you know, 2-minute rounds, man. 2-minute rounds. Spun her a little bit. She was lunging with the left, with the straight left. Excellent fight. Excellent fight. I gave Natasha Jonas rounds number 8 and 9, that's for sure, and she lost round 10. Those rounds were extremely important, but it's only 6 minutes. Oh wait, she almost hurt her, almost took her head off. Bang! Almost took her head off. Terri got a chin too. Terri got a motherfucking chin on her. So anyway, moving on. So depending, it looks like Michaela Mayer and her team Top Rank and Matchroom got to get something done ASAP. Like, get this fight. They need to do this ASAP. It's time for Michaela Mayer, you know, to get a step up. Then the winner of that, you know, goes on to try to pursue her unless Eddie Hearn gets his hands on her. Now, who is the other champion in the division? Terri has the WBC and the IBO. So we need to find out who's the WBA. I know when I did my Michaela Mayer versus Helen Joseph video that I talked about it. Who's the WBA again? What am I do? Right, ranking, ratings. Her. The Korean woman, right? Her. So there's a good chance. I'm going to say between Michaela Mayer, her. We got to see what she do, though. We got to see. You know, she don't have no fights lined up. I'm going to do some research and see when she's got another fight lined up. She ain't no joke right here. She's no joke. She's no joke. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. And remember, usually I will be doing fight previews, you know, for fight week, and then, you know, didn't, you know, stream for the weigh-in, didn't stream for the press conference, wasn't on the Zoom call earlier this week. But, you know, I've been getting ready for another lockdown and just letting everybody know that changes have been made to the channel going forward. And when it comes to boxing, my post-fight videos are always going to be here. We're just trying to figure out the format that we're going to be using going forward. So once again, I'm TstreeT Controversy. Shout out to, you know, Fight Camp and Eddie Hearn. That shit is beautiful, man. And shout out to those beautiful women boxers. I don't even call it women boxers, boxers. Like, lovely night. I'm like hype, you know, and I'm not even like tired like I thought I was going to be. Please subscribe. FightView360.com.